Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included and these crazy, just absolutely ridiculous human beings that are here. Look at those eyebrows, they're so bushy. Anyway, let's ignore their eyebrows. We need to get some food up in here, and given that we only have two options, we have this mush bar, which is in essence a combination of dirt and water. Yeah, it's not the best. And we have lice loaf, which is meal lice, which I don't think we have any of. That's this stuff. And some water. So yeah, we're gonna make a bunch of mush bars, and they're just gonna have to get over eating basically dirt. It's actually pretty bad because it has a chance to cause diarrhea in them, which on the one hand is kind of a good thing because we need to fill that outhouse with stuff because we can eventually take what comes out of that outhouse and turn it into fertilizer. But at the same time, I feel like they're not gonna be terribly happy about the whole terrible diarrhea thing, so yeah, there's that small issue there. You know what, they don't get that much of a say in how things go around here, so that they're just gonna have to get over it. So, oh, what's this? A steam geyser? Interesting. So one of the major resources, and when I say one of the major resources, I mean basically the major resource in this game, is algae, which is out here somewhere. All of this algae. This is what we use basically to turn to make oxygen out of more or less everything that we make oxygen out of. These guys take algae. There'll be another oxygen creator, an algae terrarium that also takes algae, and basically if we run out of algae, we will die a terrible death, which last I checked is not something that we're trying to do. Although I haven't checked recently, so you never know. We're going to set up a little storage compactor, and then we need to actually get on to some research. People, who wants to do some research out here? Nobody? Nobody? Everybody hates research? I see how it is. Where is it even? It's under stations, that's right. A research station to conduct novice simple research. I think if we're going to put a research station somewhere, we should stick it up here. For no particular reason, I just feel like this is a good place for a research station. And at some point we actually, ooh, look at that. It's a slightly broken piece of sandstone. It is possible, by the way, for these water things to break through ceilings or floors and drain into other areas, so we don't want to leave too thin of a crust between any water and our colony. So like that thing breaking, if we cut this out, that could break and then like flood the entire colony, which last I checked would be a bad thing. I don't like that. But, you know, we're going to try our best not to have that happen. So that's where the research bench is going to go. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to do so much research and learn all of the stuff. Except for all of the stuff that we actually want to know, like why in the heck are we on some random asteroid? That we will never truly learn. Basically, we have no clue. Oh, look at them sleep. They are so adorable and also just taking up so much oxygen. Oh, my word. Look, it's just pooling up there. Oh, but it's really pooling up. No, it's not actually seriously pooling up down here. This is wrong. This should be filled with CO2. Where is all the CO2? Guys, you're not creating enough CO2. We want it to pool up down. I mean, I guess technically we don't want it to pool up down here. But I think it would be cool to have it pool up down there, you know? It's kind of like my thing to have a just bottom area that's completely filled with vicious and deadly CO2. It's kind of my favorite. Come on, guys. Don't let me down here. Don't let me down. So what are we doing? We're getting the research station up and running. These guys are sleeping because, you know, they sleep. Let's speed it up a bit. And then, let's see. We've got food with the microbe musher, but we need some actually better food that they can eat and probably not die when they eat it. Just saying, you know, I feel like most people are going to say that that's like a necessity of life, food that doesn't immediately kill you. I would argue that because, you know what? So long as you have food, you got calories, and last I checked, calories are all that you need to survive. So, I guess, we don't need to make sure they have good food, but anyway. We're going to get some mealwood actually farmed up here at some point. I don't actually know where I'm going to put that. I guess I could stick it in here. That's probably a good place. I'm going to cut out a little walkway here. And we're going to have right in here a nice bit of mealwood farm. So I think these things grow up to 2 squares. So we need a 3 square because we're going to use... Where is it? Food. There we go. Oh, we don't even have a planter box yet? Stupid research. Guys, we need to do more research. This is not working out in my favor. I do not like this. I would like all of the research to be done immediately. Thank you. I'm just going to stick it up there. So currently we have a good 400 watts being created by this running generator. And we're only using somewhere around like, I don't know, 300, 400. Okay, we're using pretty close to the max. But it's okay. So long as this isn't running while at the same time the research bench is running, we should be fine. Don't worry about it. Look, we're not going to have terrible, terrible brownouts. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. So how much algae do we actually have? We have none. We have a 0 quantity of algae, which means that we are going to die very soon. I mean, not very soon. I mean, we'll die eventually. There's like a 90% chance of terrible and utter death. Oh, look at this. If we cut this out, this is almost certainly going to flood our CO2 area. And I can't... Hey! What are you doing here? Look at this guy. He's just chilling out. He thinks he's so cool. Well, guess what? You're going to get #wrecked. I don't know where these guys got laser guns, but you're done for. Oh, yeah, he's dead. He doesn't even care. He's going to drop his succulent meats. Succulent meats. Can somebody please, like, move those succulent meats? I mean, I enjoy that you guys want to do construction around meat, but if we could not get sand in it, I feel like that would be ideal for, like, continued eating of said meat. No? Okay, fine. Whatever you say, guys. Whatever you say. So we're going to get some tiles set up here. And then as soon as we actually get the research for it, which we do actually have the research bench up and running, so let's see what we got. We have a wide variety of different researches. We have interior decorating, we have power regulation, liquid piping, gas piping, and farming. And we can only do these ones with our current bench. We're going to need a more advanced bench for all of this other stuff, which is so much cooler, but... you know, we don't get anything nice here. Wait a minute. Do we already have under power? Oh, we already have a tiny battery open. Oh, I should have had that set up. Oh, too bad. Too bad. All that electricity gone and done with. So I think farming is probably the best one to go for first. We'll be getting the algae terrarium, compost, and a planter box, so we can start getting food. We can take the polluted dirt that comes out of our outhouse and turn it into fertilizer. And this algae terrarium is one of those structures that create oxygen. It takes in algae and CO2 and produces a nice, delicious quantity of oxygen. So we just stick it down here and it'll process all the stuff. Trust me. Algae terrariums are like the second best to algae deoxidizers, of course, because those are the best. And you just can't beat the best, mate, because technically the best is the unbeatable. It is whatever. It's all technicalities. Layra, did you just skill up? She did. So similar to something like RimWorld, we do have a bunch of jobs that we can give people. I'm a bit lazy and never actually get around to commanding people to do anything. So, yeah, they're just gonna all do their thing, you know? Guys, okay, who did this? Who cut out the tile? Who thinks they're so cool? Guys, we have a colony to run here. We can't just have a completely unpowered hamster wheel. We're gonna die. We're gonna suffocate. Well, I'm not gonna suffocate. You're gonna suffocate. So I don't even understand why you guys are all on about this, because I'm gonna be perfectly fine. You guys are gonna die a terrible death. Which, I mean, if you want to die a terrible death, you just have to sign up. There's a lot of terrible death to be doled out around here, so, you know, just tell me. I can make it happen. We can get you, like, into some pile of hatches and they'll just eat your face off. I don't even know if we have many hatches around here. We have a couple here. We could, like, drop a colonist in there and see what goes down. That'd be beautiful. Oh, look, bristle blossom. Oh, that's some form of food. I want it so bad. Hand over the food, you fools. No, we're not gonna get that. It's gonna take a while at least. We'd have to cut through there, but there's water there. No, it's all bad technicalities. And by the way, for the UI stuff, we do have right here the amount of food we actually have in kilocalories. Basically, these guys eat round about 1,000 a day because they're just degenerates who just scarf down the food. Actually, that's a pretty reasonable quantity of food to eat in a day. It's either 1 or 2,000. I can't even remember, but that's how it goes. We have to make certain that we have enough food at all times, or else, you know, we're gonna die. And again, we don't want to die. Ooh! Well, hello, printing pod. We have a new duplicant available. Who wants to join the colony? Who thinks they're cool enough? Let's see. We can choose one of these 3 people. So we got Nisbet, who looks, I'm gonna level with you, pretty lazy. But you know what? She's naturally robust, so she has a good immune system. She's got some good skills, too. Some creativity, learning. Ooh, that's good. Oh, wait, that's for research, right? That's not. Nisbet, I thought your learning would increase your ability to get skills, Nisbet. No, Nisbet's just lazy. This guy's crazy. Look at him. He's dancing around. I know one of these guys was dancing around, but I'm not having any of that. I think Nisbet, the level 2 miner, given that she doesn't have the disgusting noodle arms of Turner, and this guy's just, I'm not having this guy. Look at Max. He thinks he's so cool. No, Nisbet, join. Come on, let's do this. Print out Nisbet. Hello, Nisbet. How you doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, do you feel terrible? Because you should feel pretty darn bad, Nisbet. You've just been put into some form of hellscape, of which there is very likely no escape. Good luck. Good luck. So we're going to get her a basic cot, and then we're just going to go from there. How's the research going, actually? Where even is research? It's up here. They seem to be pretty bad at research. So the one thing on jobs that I am going to set is we're not going to have everybody do art, because there is the creation of, like, paintings and sculptures. It just so happens that when you get bad people to make paintings and sculptures, it ends up really bad. Like, I don't even know. They seem to be artistically inept. They'll create, like, the most pathetic child's drawings, which I guess technically on the one hand, these guys are basically children. They are clones that were just, like, created the other day, so that's not actually completely inaccurate to say, but you know what? That does not at all mean that they can create such disgusting pieces of art, so we're going to make sure that the actual clones that have any skill at art are doing that job. Are we going to need another outhouse at this point? I think we may very well need another. At least we're going to need one pretty soon. At some point, we're actually going to get, like, legitimate water toilets, but you know what? That is way too good for... Oh, no, guys, no. Oh. I didn't want to fill our oxygen, our carbon dioxide room with water. This was like a #1, like, not gonna happen sort of thing. Come on, guys, let's prioritize this. Let's get this built so that we can hopefully contain this water before everything here collapses in and just fills it with water like nobody's business. Come on, guys, let's go. Do not fill... Harold, what are you doing bringing algae? I was very specific about commanding you to do only this stuff right now. See, Lyra knows what's up. Harold, why can't you be more like Lyra? Probably because you don't have the nice... Oh, wait. I was going to say he doesn't have the nice bushy eyebrows, but he does have those. Bushy eyebrows are always the sign of a good worker, aren't they? Yeah? No? Do you agree? No? Not at all? Okay, fine. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Now, bushy eyebrows are where it's at. There we go. That should now, hopefully, cross your fingers, prevent this from completely falling down into here. And at some point, you know, we'll just get this all mopped up, probably. We can actually command them to mop it up, but that'll also destroy the liquid. I mean, it's not much liquid. It's actually a disgustingly small quantity right now. So we're gonna have it mopped up, especially since they do some weird things with it if there's a tiny bit of liquid on the ground. Hey guys, how's it going? Y'all sleeping? Y'all having a good night? You happy? Well, stop being happy. You're all gonna suffocate in the middle of the night. Look at all that CO2 just building up there. Oh, and look, it's starting to pool up down here. Ooh, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We got to get all the CO2 down here. So, I think our CO2 pooling area is going to be, we'll probably cut an additional layer off of the bottom, and then something like this entire area, so that if we dig down here, and then we build some nice tile up this way, that's basically going to be the CO2 room. So we have a really big room, and we're just going to fill it with stuff that deals with CO2 all the time. It is going to be absolutely beautiful, and if you don't agree, well, get out. Who are you? Who do you think you are to not agree with Nisbet? Nisbet knows exactly what's going on here. Oh, this is the worst. Don't you hate that, guys? Why, actually, why do you guys hate that? You realize you're just mopping up water, right? Like, it's not even weird or disgusting or anything. It's not like it's some form of raw sewage that's been dropped onto the floor. Guys, calm down a bit. Oh yeah, they won't be able to get there because ends up these guys can only walk through too high areas because apparently they do not have enough skill to be able to crouch, which I guess is an acquired skill of some sort. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but that's how it's going to have to go. This is going to have to remain here, at least for now, because I don't want to really get rid of the oxalite. This stuff is still pumping out some oxygen like nobody's business, and I happen to love that, so yeah. If I love something, it's generally best to not completely destroy it, because then, I don't know, I guess you're just sending the world mixed messages at that point. And it's in your best interest to not send the world mixed messages, or else it will send you back a bunch of mixed messages. Travaldo, are you at all good at doing research? Travaldo, you are very bad at doing research. Who is good at research? Can we actually see stats here? Oh, we can. That's nice. The only person with any research skill is Nisbet. So, Nisbet, you are to do some research, Nisbet. Get to work. You better be faster than Travaldo, because Travaldo was slow as all heck. Jeez. How you guys doing? Y'all feeling okay? Lyra's just doing some work by the outhouse. She probably doesn't appreciate that. That blank stare is the stare of, geez, why do I have to do this? This is the worst. Today I was hoping I'd be able to, like, take a walk. I mean, I'll be honest, there's not really any place to take a walk here. I'll take a walk down to the CO2 room, maybe suffocate a little bit for a while, and then see how it goes from there. But no, instead she's working out by the outhouse. How sad, Lyra. How sad. Anyway, I think with the current status of the colony, us trying to get even the most rudimentary research done, despite the fact that it appears these people are research inept, that will bring us for now to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will continue to oh no. Oh, the tile is breaking. We're gonna have to put another tile in there. Jeez. Oh, life. Why do you have to be so much more difficult than I want you to be? Anyway, as I was gonna say, we're gonna get the actual CO2 room finished up, and we should have that research done soon enough so that we... Oh, what the heck? Where is that water coming from? Guys, there's water in here again. Oh, you guys are the worst. You need to work on your structural integrity, because right now this is not working out in our favor. Anyway. Again. Now, hopefully we're not going to be dealing with another terrible catastrophe before this ends. We're going to finish up the oxygen room. I think we're just going to build tile all the way through here to contain all the water, because, quite frankly, it just appears that that's what we're going to have to do. I know we're kind of closing off some algae there, but we'll go around the other way or something. We'll get the CO2 room finished. We'll get some planter boxes up and running. And with any hope, we should be able to get at least a good distance into the research, with potentially some power research as well. But anyway, until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.